Hey, Marieanne here at the Crochety Clogger. Excuse me. Got caught up. Well, y'all, this is my official hashtag Sisterhood of the Traveling Hook video. And I'm almost done with my project. I'm going to set it aside and let me tell you what I've been, or show you what's been going on. So, 2 weeks ago, tomorrow is Saturday, June the 12th, 2021. And 2 weeks ago, I received the Sisterhood of the Traveling Hook package. And so let me show you what came. And this was begun several months ago, by the way, from Sandy of Crochety Canada, who decided that for so many of us who have never experienced crocheting with a furls hook, that she would set it up so that a lot of us could try it out and see how we liked it. So that's been quite a while back. It's been around Canada, all of our crochet sisters and yarny sisters in Canada. It's been to several of those. Then it came down here to the States, and it's my turn. She also sent one to Australia. Believe it or not, that one's already back to her. So go over to Crochety Canada, again, that's Sandy, and check out her playlist on Sisterhood of the Traveling Hook. So anyway, I opened the package, yes, and inside this lovely pink kissy pouch was some disinfecting wipes. Right, we're all staying safe with the pandemic going on, and a list of instructions from Sandy, a nice pretty journal for us to write our thoughts in before we send it off to the next sister, a packet of beautiful stitch markers. We could choose one to keep. And I decided, I'll just go ahead and show you, to keep this one. It's a pretty little starfish. It's kind of red. It's sort of red, sparkly, kind of hard to see. Isn't that pretty? And, of course, the hook, which is a Streamline Odyssey furls. I'm not sure what the color is called, but it's a beautiful pearlescent, white pearlescent opalish color, and it is an eye, a 5.5 millimeter. So what I've done the past couple of weeks, off and on, I did a couple of little video clips. So like I said, I am to kind of show you the progress of what I was doing and practicing and so on and so forth. So anyway, check it out. It's coming right up, and then I'll see you in a little bit after I finish my project, okay? And show you what I've completed. Okay, today is Monday, May the 31st. Let's see what happens. So before we get started, I get started. I'm gonna forewarn everyone watching that if you don't like badly manicured fingers and hands, don't look, Ethel, because that's the way mine look, hangnails and all. Okay, so let's see. I thought I would just start with some cotton that I've got now. This might not be the wisest choice, but this cotton here is frogged off a previous thing. So anyway, we'll give it a shot. And I do want to, once I get going with the furls, I want to try to see what the equivalent in my Clover or More would be like. Okay, so let's just see what happens with, let's see, we'll do, this might not be the best to start with here, but let's give it a shot and see. Chain up some. Takes some getting used to, that's for sure. With some single crochets. I feel like a baby just starting to learn how to crochet. That's how I feel right now. I mean, not a baby, but you know what I mean. I wouldn't consider myself a complete newbie at this time, but I do feel like a newbie right about now. And I'm not maintaining, it's like rotating on me for some reason, where the hook is pointed in the wrong direction, but let's just keep going. I dropped it. Okay, I'm back. Just because I want to make note of a couple of things here. First of all, I made two little swatches, barely swatches really. One with the furls, which is this one, and then the other with the clover or more. And as you can see, the tension is way off. So my furls is much looser. This is what I would typically come out to be, but that would, in my opinion, would just be a matter of getting used to the tension with the furls. Now, I'm not used to crocheting like this on a table. I'm used to crocheting on my lap. So firstly, let me say that I ripped this out, what I previously showed. I ripped this out 3 times. On the 4th try, I kept going. And I leaned back in my chair and I did it in my lap, that's where my comfort zone is. And it began to feel much better. Okay, and I'll have to admit, I don't feel as free crocheting underneath this camera as I would if I were leaned back and, you know, comfortably in my lap. But of course this goes so much faster right now because it's what I'm used to. But let me make you aware of what bothers me with the Amore hook. If you'll notice, let me do another stitch, and if you'll notice where it hits my hand, if you looked over here at this pinky, it hits my palm right there, right? So when I twist the hook, and let me slide over. When I twist the hook here, and I do so with my 3rd finger and my thumb, but what that creates is a rubbing issue here for me. And I often have, well, little calluses or whatever, which I guess is good, kind of like a dancer's feet. Calluses, you know, or when they get bad. I haven't had a bad one in my hand, don't get me wrong, but it does rub and causes a little bit of, you know, discomfort. Nothing that I can't get over, that I haven't gotten over. You know, but yeah, yeah, so I can already tell that. Now I'll try to crochet with this here. I can already tell that is an issue already resolved for me by using the furls. Okay, now let's try some trebles. Wink, wink. Trebles, and it's just a super loose stitch for me now. I don't know if that'll get better or not. So, I'll be back. Okay, today is Tuesday, June the 8th, I believe. And little more work with the furls. I gave up on that cotton that I was using. It was actually frogged from another project, so I do think right now, while learning, I need to use yarn, you know, experiment with different yarns. So I went to a 4-weight acrylic and made this little baby hat. And it's very soft. I think it's a Hobby Lobby yarn. I love this yarn in sort of an ombre thing. And I did find that it was splitting on me a little bit. And of course now I do know that that's not the yarn. That's the way I'm still, or at the time of making this, which has been a few days ago. You know, that's more me knowing the hook. Okay, so little baby hat. And then I thought, well, let me try some cotton again. So I thought I'd go to a new skein of cotton, not an old scrap that has been frogged. And I made this little sleeve for the hook out of Hobby Lobby cotton. I love this cotton. It's very, if anybody knows, it's 4-weight, very soft, garment worthy cotton. And the reason I thought I'd make a sleeve for the hook is because I panicked. I thought I lost this baby. I couldn't find it for a couple of minutes. I'm usually very comfortable sitting on my bed crocheting, and amongst the creases of the bedspread, which is a light color, this was, you know, the hook got folded up in there. And I thought, oh no. So that's where I came up with making the idea for the sleeve. And when I'm not using the hook, you know, and have to set it down for a minute to cut or whatever, I'll set it on top of its sleeve here so that I don't lose it again amongst other yarn and bedspreads and blankets and such. But and I will leave the hook just for those that are, leave the cover in the just bottoms first as far as using the sleeve, because it is just single crochet, but at the same time the hook tends to get stuck in there, right? Okay, so anyway, so that was the other thing I made. I'm back. It's still Tuesday, June the 8th, and I have been for the past several days working on this little girl's sweater. It's coming out pretty good. So anyway, yeah, let me show you how it's going with this one. And this is not meant as any kind of tutorial. I just kind of want to demonstrate how the hook is going, and it's much better. Much better. Oh, there's some split right there. Didn't even notice that happening. But that's, again, not the hook's fault. That's my fault. And like I said before, the rubbing on my palm over here is not happening, or at the side of my palm right here is not happening anymore, so that's pretty cool. What has been difficult a little bit is, I'm going to tighten that down a little. I should have been doing that. What has been a little bit of a challenge for me is seeing the hook, because as I'm still getting used to it, sometimes my grip would change and then the hook would be pointing in a weird direction and I didn't know it and I didn't see it. And now with this black background, you can see it very easily. But when I'm sitting and comfortably sitting and crocheting, whether it be in my husband's recliner or on the bed, sometimes I could not see that hook. Because when you turn it, you know, it would be like that, and I can't really get, okay, so right here, and you see that little line? So here's what I was missing, and that's, you know, it's just hit the wrong way. Here's what I was missing. This is not the clover I meant to get out, but just as an example, I believe that the thumb hold on the clover or more is a good reference as to where your hook is, where the actual hook is aiming. I hope that makes sense, because the hook is aiming right there where that flat thumb hold is, right? So that's and it gets to the point where it's just automatic. You feel it, you don't have to worry about where it is. Now, whereas with the furls, it's, you know, there's no reference guide here on the handle anywhere to tell me where my hook is aiming, where the actual hook is aiming. But that's not to say that you couldn't get used to that, you know. So, but that might be one con for me. But it's, again, get used to it. You just get used to it. But yeah, so far I'm really enjoying this. My other thought was, oh yeah, I need to mention too, Jax of Creations by Jax actually let me know that the weight, you sit the weight right in the center of your palm. You got to find that spot. So that's pretty cool, because I was really way up here with it a lot of the time, because I'm so used to maneuvering the yarn sometimes with my finger, especially when you're doing like treble crochets or having to do a lot of chains, you know, kind of maneuvering that yarn with that finger. Whereas, you know, I would find myself crawling up and up and up on the hook. But yeah, so I'm getting used to those little things, those little different things. I have to chain 2 here. Almost forgot. It's kind of hard to talk and explain my thoughts about this and not concentrate on what the actual stitches here. But yeah, okay. So let me see. And again, too, opinions are going to always change the more you get used to something. And then the back side of, did y'all see that? Y'all probably didn't. The back side of my hook's getting hooked onto my piece, so that's kind of weird. It would still be quite a bit to get used to, I do believe. But I still have a few more days. Definitely going to finish this sweater. And it would be super cool if I could make another one of these sweaters before my time is up with the hook. It would be cool if I could make it, there I split it. I could make another one of these sweaters with the clover more in the same size, just to see, you know, compare the 2 pieces. Seriously doubt I'll have time to do that, but maybe I could start it. That'd be better than nothing. Alright guys, I'm gonna keep working. See you later. Okay, I'm back. And no, I did not have time to make the sweater with the clover or more of the same size. Oh well. Sometimes things just don't happen as you wish, but that's okay. But I did finish the sweater. Here it is. Here it is. What do you think? I think it turned out really nice. I like it. For a 6-year-old little girl. And this pattern, now this is actually one of my Make 9s. And for this year, and all of my Make 9s are going to be, you know, I killed 2 birds with 1 stone. All of my Make 9s are actually going to be donations for the Baptist Children's Home and Family Ministries. And so I'll be donating this one after I wash it. And as I look at this in the camera, I wish I had done a little bit of color controlling and taken out the blue out of this variegated or this striping yarn so that it would have been more, but that's okay. I know next time. Something I can play with. Anyway, yeah, I think it turned out really good. This pattern is by let's see, Crochet for Baby. It's called the Girl's Sweater or Matinee Coat, and she has it in a lot of different sizes. I used the ice yarn. This is what I would call a rainbow. It's called Magic Light, and of course I don't think ice puts it. It is a lightweight 3, 100% acrylic. I don't think they put the name of the colorway on here, but it's like a rainbow, nice and bright. And then the other color that I added in is Baby Bee, Sweet Delight. This is called Infant Teal, beautiful blue teal color. It's also a 3-weight, 100% acrylic. I would think. I don't even know, but I'm sure it is. I'm looking. No, it's 60% acrylic, 40% polyamide. Okay, so anyway, those are the 2 yarns I used, and as you can see, the pattern starts with the yoke up here, and then it goes into the now I can't remember the name of this stitch. It's a beautiful Crystal Waves, I believe, Crystal Wave stitch or something like that. But as you can see up here on the yoke where I started, I was still super loose. These are all, I think, half double and then double crochets. But, I mean, as I got going, things got a little bit better. Like, to look at the cuff, those are single crochets. But, yeah, I like it. And it's a nice squishy stitch. I really do like it. But, okay, so that's that. And my opinion of the actual, oh, and I do have to rectify something. Earlier in the video here, I called it an Odyssey. No, I've been doing a little bit of research over on Furl's, their website, and Odyssey is another brand of hook, or another hook that Furl's has. This one is the Streamline Swirl, and I've already put it in its little case here. The Streamline Swirl. I have been doing a little bit of shopping around, which I guess goes ahead and tells you that I do like the hook, and they have rainbow hooks. I think they just introduced those a day or 2 ago. So Ola Joe, I think I'm gonna have to come see you. Anyway, okay, so my overall opinion, as I got used to it, I liked it more and more, and I think the hook would actually be a really good tool for lacy garments, and you know what I mean. But I think the color, excuse me, I would opt to choose a different color. I did have a little harder time seeing this. I do have bad eyesight in the first place. But it took me a while to find the right amount of twirl to give this pearly furl. I'm a poet. I don't know it. But yeah, I believe I might, yeah. I'm convinced. And I would like to thank you, Sandy, from Crochet A Canada, for letting all of us have this wonderful opportunity to see how we like a really cool hook. Like I said, I've only used steel hooks, and aluminum hooks, and my Clover Amours, and so this was really a good opportunity. And I guess that's it. Off to the next sister. Thank you all so much for watching and being patient with my video. I know I got kind of mechanical about it, you know, specific about the mechanics, but hey, I'm a nerd like that. Thanks again, Sandy. See everybody later. Bye.